We are back here on Carolina Women with Our Men on the Couch. And Michael, you have a fascinating guest to introduce us to.
I do. Chris Butler from Butler Marine.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Yeah, good to have you here. I wanted you to talk a little bit about, you've got a boat location, a sales location in Beaufort, another one in Charleston, but I kind of wanted to focus on Beaufort and get you to tell us a little bit about the Beaufort boating community.
Okay. Yeah, so the Beaufort boating community, I mean, one thing about Beaufort is it's kind of been a culture around here. You know, I've been here since '93.
Okay.
And we have one of the highest percentages, South Carolina has one of the highest boat owner percentages in the country. It's pretty close in our area, it's pretty close to 1 out of 10 people own a boat. Yeah. So and you talk to people like, you know, we were talking earlier, you've grown up on the water. I talked to other friends of mine who grew up on the water. Where I lived in central Pennsylvania, we were riding dirt bikes. What they talk about is running their John boats everywhere. That's how they got around.
That's how they grew up.
Yeah, that's how they grew up. So that culture has, even though Beaufort's grown so much, that culture has always been there. And when I used to be in the car business, it's funny, people would come in and they buy their house, and literally the day after closing, they were in to buy a convertible. Because when they were dating, that was their favorite car. But then they had kids, and it was not, you know, the best car to have with kids. But they always said, we're gonna go back and get a convertible. Same thing when they move here, is they moved here for the water, a lot of them. And they want to get back. They remember the boating, how it just brings down your blood pressure. You get out there.
It does.
And the other nice thing is, you get around other boaters, they're nice people. Yeah. So why don't, you know, everybody wants to hang out with nice people, so that's the fun part.
Chris, do you find people are doing pleasure boats, fishing boats, a little bit of everything?
A little bit of everything. We don't get as much fishing boats because of the regulations that have come through. The federal government is really, like red snapper, which we have an abundance of. You can't get away from them.
Yeah.
Well, we have 2 days to fish, and the problem is if we get bad weather, the federal government doesn't go, hey, by the way, sorry about that. Let's go ahead. Matter of fact, with Hurricane Debi, if it had hit during, it wouldn't have mattered. We wouldn't have got those 2 days back, even though nobody could fish. So those are the things that we kind of are fighting. I'm also the chairman of the board for South Carolina Boating and Fishing Alliance, which we're an advocacy group for boating and fishing and access to waterways to make sure none of that gets closed down, like we're dealing with the right whale issue, if you're aware of that, speed limit. We're at the forefront of that, federally fighting that. And those are the things that can affect, anything that can affect the lifestyle here with boating. I mean, we keep a very close watch on anything that comes down the pipe that's gonna, you know, from the government that may, you know, like Ronald Reagan said, I'm here from the government, you know, I'm here to help. Well, no, a lot of times we get unintended consequences.
Right.
And that's what we're helping to make sure they understand. We have a voice at the table to say, hey, when you do this, this is what's gonna happen. Here's the impact. Just like talking about COVID.
Yes.
We just had formed, we weren't really completely, we didn't have the access that we do now, but the governor shut down the landings.
Yeah.
And who did that punish? Think about who it punished. It didn't punish the person that lived on the water or had a boat at the marina or had a boat at the dry stack. It punished the average person that trailers his boat because he shut down the landings. It was the one place they could go. Now you just took it away.
Never even thought about that.
Yeah.
And that was a big quick
near that marina? We had the owner come on.
Yeah,
Tom Daniels, yeah, we're right across the street, right across, and then dockside, I built that location. I spent more time on that location designing it than I spent on my wife's wedding ring. So that was, you know, there was a lot of hours. I'm admitting it. It was a much bigger investment, much bigger investment.
What do you have there?
So we handle eight boat lines. A lot of them built in South Carolina. We handle Key West, which is a South Carolina built boat.
Yeah.
We also handle Sportsman, another South Carolina built boat. We handle Stingray, a South Carolina built boat. Then we handle Everglades. They're out of Florida. Chris Craft is out of Florida.
Ooh, nice.
We also have My Tide, with another South Carolina built boat. And we have Camus and WorldCat.
So, and do you and do you do used boats also?
We also do used boats, and we help people sell boats if they want to, you know, they want to get out of boating, or if they want to upgrade. but they don't want to handle doing the boat themselves, selling it. So we offer consignment for those.
Michael and Larry, we are almost out of time with Chris, but I think he should come back again. There's a lot of fun stuff
You
to
should take us out on a pontoon.
Oh, we love Larry. When he
Now,
gets a
Larry, we
question-
don't sell pontoons.
Exactly.
So there's a
I
niche
love
you could
it.
get into. So yeah, I can help you out.
Stay with us. There's a lot more to come
Cat
here
would
in
be good.
Carolina Women and Our Men on the Couch.